in terms of content creation, you can also create content from scratch. For that, you click create a lesson, and what you can see here, you have actually two options. Either you can use it manually and create your lesson from scratch using your imagination only, and like do whatever you want to do, having the complete freedom of being material writer and being creative and being like a teacher. So you go here. Or if you want to use AI to create a lesson for you, you can simply use this AI section. So for that, you can type a topic for this lesson or the whole prompt. Let's start with a topic. For example, if I type summer and I click generate, and of course, by the way, you can also add an attachment here and use it as a reference. So you click generate and it gives you this pop-up window. What it means, basically you can choose what language do you want to be used for instructions, like to explain the tasks, to give probably translations of some words, and you can choose the language. And what language do you use for the content itself, for exercises, texts, and the content part. Let's put it like English and English. Let's choose the age group adults and the level B1. And let's make it a mixed kind of like lesson. And let's make it for 60 minutes. So now we have a fully interactive lesson dedicated to summer and summer vocabulary and plants. So we can see that we have a test here, multiple choice test, summer vocabulary, the explanation of this vocabulary, summer fun. This is a text of matching gaps, describing your summer plans. It's another like task. And then like lots of tasks, idioms, and voice recorder exercises to practice speaking, etc., etc. Which tasks I want to score in this lesson? If I want to do that, I just click progress here on the right, and I see that every block of my lesson is represented right here. So text block, list of words, test. Okay, I want to score this test block. I click score, and now when my students complete this exercise, they will see the score from 0 to 100. Okay, if we go next, we're going to see like a matching exercise here. For example, if I click score, it's going to track the skills and show my students the results from 0 to 100. The most interesting part here is that on Amazy, you also have this admin panel where you can click skills and set what kind of tasks, track what kind of skills, making your students' dashboards absolutely personalized. For example, you want a media blog that you can use to upload a video, audio, or an image. You wanted to track creative thinking, that on Amazy you can track absolutely any kind of tasks. Even if you ask your students to upload a file on the platform, you can still track it manually. It's not necessarily to track everything automatically, but of course you can do that. But sometimes, as we know, the real teachers, we do know, right? That sometimes there can be a not very clear, like, it can be sometimes it depends, and you have this discourse with your students whether or not this is a real mistake, or you want just to hear, to listen to your students and all the things that they share about why they made that particular choice in the test, for example, and you see, okay, that's actually, you are not wrong, and in this case the traditional automated scoring system can fail. So for that reason, on Amazy, we always allow space for teachers to say the last word, whether it's about content creation where you create it with AI and it's absolutely editable, it's modifiable, and you can edit everything you have created with AI on the platform, or about the progress track on the platform. Even if you do it automatically, you can still edit the final score manually if you need that. So getting back to our admin panel and the setting of skills that you can track on Amazy. Now, if I go to my students here, so if I click admin panel and then students, what I see is a list of my students, student 1 and student 2. These students have already completed some exercises. If I click on one of the students, I can see that this particular student has 5 lessons assigned. The completion rate is 33%, the overall grade is 72%, and then we can see how well her skills are developed currently. What's the progress with the skills? So we can see vocabulary is 30%, grammar is 67%, speaking is 100%, writing is 100%, and creative thinking is 100%. So this is done because I have in my materials, I have lessons where I set the scoring. I want to track the particular skills.